Big thanks to Napoleon Grills for sponsoring this episode.
You want to throw down, you want to give a big party, and you want to make the best barbecue food you can think of. This is what I make my friends if they all come over. Chicken wings! I bought 2 kilograms of chicken wings, and when you buy chicken wings, you can buy them large, small, but if you really want good party wings, you buy them a little smaller. Just to like the I don't know, do chickens bench press? Like where the most of the muscle is. That's the best part of the chicken wing. And I'll show you how to make it. But first I'm going to make a brine for my chicken wings. And for that I'm going to show you my latest creation, the PitmasterX chicken barbecue rub. I'm going to start with 2 tablespoons of salt, and I'll explain later why. I'm going to follow that up with a tablespoon of paprika powder, a tablespoon of curcuma, a teaspoon of ground coriander, a teaspoon of ground mustard, a teaspoon of white pepper, a teaspoon of ginger, a teaspoon of cumin, a teaspoon of piment, a teaspoon of nutmeg, a teaspoon of fennel seed, a teaspoon of fenugreek, and to finish it off, a teaspoon of lovage herbs. Mix that up, and that's how you make the PitmasterX barbecue chicken rub. With that seasoning prepared, it's time to take another look at these beautiful chicken wings. You gotta have the right chicken wings. We got 2 bones and they're cut off at the joint, so they're no longer connected. If you look at the meat, then it's fatty. You can see the white fat sitting underneath, and the color of the meat shouldn't be white, but it should be pinkish. That means this chicken has got the potential of being freaking delicious. I'm going to be brining them with that delicious barbecue chicken rub. As you can see, I'm making a lot of chicken. This is the rub that I just made. It goes into the bag. Then I'm going to add a liter of water because I added 50 grams of salt into the rub, which is around 2 tablespoons. And that 50 grams of salt mixed with a liter of water, which is about 4 cups of water, is the perfect mixture for a brine. So keep in mind, get your rub, 2 tablespoons of salt, which is around 50 grams, a liter of water, which is 4 cups of water, mixed together is going to make the perfect brine for you. And then all you need to do is shake it up, and you can see from the consistency and the color how intense that flavor is. This is real intense. Now they're fully submerged. This goes into the fridge for 2 hours, and then we're going to start cooking. And in the meantime, you and me, we're going to fire up that barbecue. Well, this is the Napoleon Kettle Grill Pro. I'm going to take out the cast iron grill grate, put in a couple of fire starters, and light them up. Aha. Then I'm going to place in the fire starter and put in some of these sustainable briquettes. These are coconut briquettes, long, big coconut briquettes, which burn for a long time. They need plenty of energy to get started. We don't need too many of them. Just a couple will be sufficient. I'm going to wait until the briquettes are ignited. I don't need them to be fully white. I just need them to be started because they're going to burn for a long time. If you want to ignite them fully, it's going to take a long time. You can see because these briquettes are not round but squared, they stay perfectly in place, and you can set them up with a small footprint, which means we're only going to have direct grilling on the outside and indirect in the center. And look at all that surface that we're now able to use while we have a good spread out heat. The chicken is now brined and the color has changed. Might not look as cool anymore because it's been soaking up that flavor, and that pure pink of that chicken wing changed into, look at that. These wings are now golden wings, and that should say something about what they're going to taste like. I'm going to place these on a cooling rack. I'm going to let them drip and dry up so that they're ready to be smoked. I think I just, I didn't consider the size of the grill grates and the chicken, but luckily I now have a reason to use these. I've had these laying around for a little while, but you can never have too much barbecue stuff. Insert. As you can now see, they start drying up from the outside air. Most of the moisture is gone, and that means we can now start smoking, because if the outside becomes dry, it's more likely to pick up smoke flavor. Since I need that extra space and I want to use these, I'm going to place those in a corner like that. And that's what gives me the maximum amount of space to be cooking that chicken wings in. Put in some wood chips. These are cherry wood chips. I'm not gonna use a whole lot, just a few. That's gonna do the job. And if later on I think I'm gonna need more, I'm just gonna add some more. Now with wood chips, it's a big misconception that people say you gotta really soak them first so they give off their moisture for a longer period of time and slowly smoke, otherwise you're gonna get fire. That's not the case. If you're using wood chips, you wanna add them with the lid closed so that they don't catch fire. If I leave this open for too long, they will catch fire. If I close the lid, we're basically suffocating the fire and they will not burn, but they will be smoking. If you soak them, they will just be steaming and giving off moisture. I don't want steam, I want a crispy exterior on my chicken wings. Soaking is so, I don't know, we did that back in 2005. It's an old thing. There we go, 2 kilograms of chicken wings on my barbecue. Time to close the lid, capture the heat, make sure that it doesn't catch fire on the smoke wood. Now I've got the top vent all the way open, and this is a basic rule that I apply. Just leave it as much open as possible without the temperature raising too far. And at the bottom, I'm just gonna set it to the second notch right there. Then I know I'm going to get the perfect smoked chicken wings. I'll be smoking these at a high temperature of around 140 degrees Celsius. Now, normally I would just smoke them at 120 degrees Celsius, but I want that exterior to like maybe slightly crispen up a little bit. So I'm going to need a little bit more heat to expel some of that moisture. These are going to be done rather quick, and higher temperatures help with a crispy outside. When you spend just so much effort in creating delicious chicken wings, you also got to come up with a delicious sauce to go on top of them. And making a good sauce is all about using the right ingredients. This is a pineapple, otherwise known as an ananas. Ananas, pineapple, whatever you want to call it. That yellow thing, just want to get rid of the core and the outsides. Just the best juices for our sauce. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, wow, how are you going to turn this into something that I can use in my sauce? Well, I got myself one of these. And what this does is turn this into juice. I've never used this one before. This thing is nice, it's quiet too. If you eat pineapple raw, fresh, it's not my thing. Whoa. Pineapple? I like pineapple. No, you don't like it either?
That's good.
Let's start with a cup of good old ketchup, followed by a 1/4 cup of that sweet soy sauce, high quality stuff, 2 tablespoons of honey, 2 tablespoons of dark brown sugar, 2 tablespoons of Worcester sauce, a tablespoon of our barbecue chicken rub, and then 1/2 cup of pineapple juice. It's so tasty. See, the bubbles are here. That's the proof. That's how you know it's done, because it means all the crystals are dissolved and everything is coming together. And your barbecue sauce is done. It's been 30 minutes and now they look like this. Look at that. They picked up a lot of color and flavor from the barbecue. Nice bit of coloring there. It's starting to crispen up and they almost look a little bit roasted, and they're almost done. Look at that. We got some nice pull away from the bone, especially on this one. You can see it real clear. And that means it's time for the second phase, which is putting on that barbecue sauce. Get some flavor on this, because even though these chicken wings look freaking delicious, they're not up to par yet. They're gonna need some more flavor.
No party?
No, par, it means it's a golf term.
Let's go golfing!
And then when all of them are sauced up, I'm gonna give them around 5 minutes with the lid closed to get that sauce nice and sticky. Now comes the trick that you've all been waiting for. This is it. This is the moment when we change those chicken wings into something special. Because as you might have noticed, I put rub in the brine, but I didn't sprinkle it on when I started smoking the chicken, just like we do traditionally. Now I'm doing it afterwards. This is called the reversed seasoning method. I know it doesn't make sense now, but just hold on. Sprinkle a little bit on, and this is just going to stick to that sauce. It's going to make the sauce taste way more intense, and it's going to make the chicken wings taste 10 times better. This is a flavor multiplier. I made those. You can make them too. And you know where to find that recipe. So no more excuses, just go have some fun.